fellas. So, what do you want to do with your life? I don't mean a stupid career thing, but like, what do you want to do with your life? This is a question I came up with to try to get on with my life, because you know what is all this meaning for? Okay, so what do I want to do with my life? I want to build a house myself. I don't care if I get a little bit of help, but I want the achievement of building my own house, because in this modern day and age, it's not common, and nobody does it. Not just that, because I do want to do it my own way. Number two, what do I want to do with my life? I want to ride a jet ski into the sunset with my wife. Now, two things I don't have: life and a jet ski. So I gotta get those two. I don't necessarily need a lake house, but I would like two jet skis. Or at least rent one for that day. And then, oh yeah, my life will be accomplished. But then I have, so many years left to live. Right now I am 20. So I have a lot to learn. But I think I am doing better than a few people. And by few, I mean a lot. I'm an American. I was born American, and I have so much more than an African. Right? And, what do I want to do with my life? I want to build my own house, and I want to have enough money to live. Not to live, but to live happily. Like, do what I want. Now, of course, I'm a man. I want to have sex every once in a while. And when I'm young, I want it every day almost. But you can't have that. You can't have that just yet. I have to make shit move. I have to turn shit into sugar. Now, what could I do to make that happen? I think if I sweat a little bit every day, because I have a shower, dude. I have a shower, and I can shower every day if I want. I used to shower every day, sometimes twice a day. Just to have the feeling of having a shower, because that was a great feeling. But I didn't earn it. I never earned it half of those times. Up to this point, I have wasted a lot of time scrolling on Instagram. And it's a trap. They want you to do that so you can have advertisements, get these Fight Club glasses, shit like that. I saw an advertisement. I didn't buy the advertisements ones, but I went on eBay and found the cheapest one and got these. Honestly, I think they help, because I don't like looking at blue. I do like blue and red. That's what I also do that. I set my phone screen to turn red at night when I'm ready to go to bed. I try to go to bed at 8 every night, so I can wake up at 4 and 9 if I wake up at 5. Remember that 9 to 5 is 8 hours. So if you minus 1 all the way through, like say 8, 4, 7, 3, keep going. That will determine your 8 hours of sleep. Optimal timing. 9 to 5 is an 8-hour shift. Remember that. Just live your life, man. What's holding you back? Why can't you just grab your nuts and do it? Why you gotta watch this video to learn something about it? Like, why are you here? Why are you listening to me trying to comprehend what you're trying to think? I don't know what you're thinking. I only know what I'm thinking, and I've been miserable because of my own doing. Because I caused the breakup of my 3-year relationship, right? I've been down this rabbit hole and I'm still in the rabbit hole. But I'm scheming a way to get out of it, okay? Now, I think my plan is to either buy a duplex or flip a car to get a house out of it. I think buying a duplex would be the more reasonable option so I can make some money on the rent. Even though it's like not really, but you know. I don't know if that's such a wise decision at my age because I have the option to live at my parents' house for the next 2 years. 2 years is my maximum and minimum is right now. So I got 2 years to figure out how I'm gonna live my life. I think the plan is to travel as an electrician. Because I'm at the prime time and everybody who is an electrician suggests me do that. Now, my foreman says that I should do something else with my life. I think he's wise. But whenever I see him again, I'm gonna ask him if I should just travel instead of trying to start it. Well, I should start a business, okay? I have it in me, I know it. I have a lot of risk to put in there, no reward. What I got is time. I got time, man. I got maybe 60, 80 years left. I'm 20, like, holy crap. I never thought I would make it here. But, I made it here, and look where I am. Dude, I'm driving a car. I always loved cars, I never knew I could drive one. Why am I saying that now when I learned how to drive at 16? Come on, man. Why do I gotta say that? It's bullshittery. Okay? Self-improvement is masturbation. Now self-destruction. Come on, man. He's not wrong, but, you know, have some salt. What does that mean? Have some salt. Like, have some grain on you. Have some grit. Grit your teeth. And know what you want. Don't be so advertised into thinking what you want. Because like Steve Jobs said, the buyer doesn't know what the fuck she wants until you present it to her. I mean, everybody has an iPhone now. iPhone didn't exist before 2004. Isn't that crazy? 2 years after the iPhone released, I was born. Here I am, making a YouTube video about life, I guess. Look, I haven't lived so much life. I am 20. I am a baby boy. But I'm learning how to be a man. So, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do to live? What do I gotta do to live? I think what I could do is stop listening to music. I just need to put the kibosh on music and only use it on, like, when I'm at work. Like, busy. Whatever keeps me busy. Thank God. Yeah, I shouldn't have music on when I'm driving. I always listen to music when I'm driving. Everyone does that. What if instead of listening to music while I drive, spend a week not listening to music, and then you can switch to an Audible. So you get some knowledge in your head, get some nuts in your brain. What I'm trying to say. But you need to get the knowledge. You need to be a sponge, man. You need to be a sponge that sucks up knowledge and gets what you want. You need to learn how to get the things you want. If you don't learn how to get the things you want, where are you gonna end up in life? You're gonna be vaping, doing some snooze, friggin' doing bullshit all your life. You're not gonna be living the life you want. Like, Everyone that vapes at my freaking job site says, "Oh, Ethan, you shouldn't start this. Don't start this." And I'm like, "All right, I won't start." I mean, it's pretty simple for me because I'm not hooked. I'm not hooked by the advertisement. I know back in high school when I was welding, I was offered a vape for the first time. I didn't hit it. I said no. I don't want to live my life like this. I said I don't want this to be another money hole in my pocket. I said it was about the money. In reality, it was about the money. I didn't want to spend so much money on vaping, but I don't want to live that lifestyle either. Now, no, I'm not gonna vape ever. I can miss out on that and not get FOMO. Okay, I don't need so much fear in my life. Okay, I've conquered the main base fears I've had. My fear of heights. I conquered that by, I think my buddy's 18th birthday. He took me to Carowinds and forced me on the Fury, which was the highest roller coaster there. And I was scared shitless out of my mind. I was almost crying tears on that thing. But I didn't barf and I didn't die. People made these things so you couldn't die and just be scared and have fun. Okay? Roller coaster deaths are rarer than car crashes, dude. And yet, I drive a car every day. Like a maniac sometimes, but I also drive it with a check engine light on. And that's just evap, but it's okay. See, look, I learned things. I learned some things about the world, like how to read an engine code. My family still don't know how to do it. It's literally simple. 10 seconds, maybe. You can plug a device in, OBD2 reader, and all you gotta do, I mean, it's like $10 at Walmart. Just plug it into your damn car and read what the code says and Google code. What's wrong? Oh, that's wrong. Some people don't know how to navigate Google. Come on, man. Now, I have had to step up because I had a Chromebook in school and learned how to use Google and all those little tricks and shits. How to get past blocked things, like cool math games when that was blocked. Knowing how to get past that with like the Google games or whatever. I forget what that's called. I mean, Google Sites. Yeah, I remember those times. Like, I was able to problem solve my way around things by using words. You gotta use some words in your life. If you want to find, let's say, Alchemist Cookbook, or what's it called? Anarchist Cookbook. It's on the damn Internet Archive, bro. Anything you want. There's some pretty weird stuff on there, I'll say. I haven't looked at it myself, but I know what the Anarchist Cookbook is. I mean, people who have used the internet long enough as a kid, they're scarred for life. Okay, I mean, we've seen live. I haven't looked so far deep into it, but I've seen maybe 10 videos just from using Discord as a child, which I would not recommend if you're a parent letting your kid use Discord. But it's a way to socialize. I mean, I still have every single friend that I had from middle school, pretty much. Middle school was a great time. Learned a lot. Right now, I'm still learning. I'm in trade school, learning how to be a union electrician. And I guess that's, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, start with what you know and build on that, okay? So let's say you did some theater or whatever. What could you do after that? Even if you don't want to do it, you were good at it, okay? Maybe get together with some bandmates, start a band. See where it goes. Right now, my high school friends I used to play guitar with, I'm still learning the guitar. I'm not very good at it, but they got good, okay? And then from there, they started a band. And then from there, I think just last week they put out a CD. And it's freaking awesome. They're called Proxima System. They're great. And they put me on System of a Down originally. Great band. If you can't listen to new metal and you're a metalhead, give it a shot, bro. Listen to All in the Family, Korn, whatever. That should be a standard right there. But I got some youth group because I gotta socialize. Look at me go. I'm doing some youth group so I can socialize and maybe get the girl I want. I don't know if there's any girls there to want. Never know. I think church is a pretty good place to start if you want to socialize. And youth group, while you're still young, is great too. Extracurricular church activities, or like things you volunteer in. Anything that you get with volunteer, like if you volunteer, you can find the love of your life volunteer. Now, I almost did. Well, I did, but then she broke up with me because I was still a young idiot. But no biggie. Big whoop. Big whoop. 3 years. Big whoop. Big freaking whoop. But it's not so bad. You gotta live your life before it dies. Before you die. Make a bucket list today. At least 2 items on it. Okay? Learn how to cook or something. Alright. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Dinner time.